Hello and grand day. I'm Jade Harrell, and this is SLATE, the force behind St. Louis's workforce. Today, we're talking about transformation, what it really takes to move on from incarceration to opportunity, and from surviving to thriving. Through the Prison to Prosperity program at SLATE Missouri Job Center, individuals are not just preparing for jobs, they're rebuilding their lives with intention, support, and a clear path forward. This work goes beyond employment. It's about mindset, healing, accountability, and creating sustainable futures. Let's connect with the people doing this work and the impact it makes across our community. With me today, I have Luveta Hunt and Rebecca Ritter. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, this sounds like an incredible program, and you each bring a different aspect to it and its success. So let's start with you, Luveta, and your role.
Hi, thank you so much for having
Of course.
us. So, my name's Luveta Hunt, and I'm the Employment and Training Specialist
Yes.
with an emphasis on reentry.
Gotcha. And Rebecca, how about you?
I'm Rebecca Ritter, and I am the one-stop operator at SLATE Missouri Job Center.
Okay, so what does one stop mean?
One-stop operator means I'm responsible for cultivating the partnerships and relationships across the entire workforce system in the St. Louis City for SLATE, and that includes working with programs, community partners, and all sorts of individuals that participate in those programs.
I got it. So you kind of tag team, and you're kind of hand in hand with the success and opportunities that come. Well, let's talk about reentry and those challenges that this program is designed to address.
Yes. So, right now we have our Prison to Prosperity program. We're hosting classes inside the city's Justice Center. It's a 10-week course,
Okay.
and we address the head, the heart, and the hands.
Break that
Yes,
down
it's
for me.
a focus. So we start with the head to reset the mind from negative to a positive outcome. Then we touch on the heart,
Okay.
and we're going to reform, get rid of all the pain and the hurts and the loss during their time of incarceration. And then we move into the hands where we're going to help them rebuild their lives
Okay.
and re-enter society.
I gotcha. So Luveta mentioned that this is starting in the facilities. Tell me why that's important, Rebecca.
For me, that's critical because once an individual is released from detention, they may be thrown back into the environment that they came from. And even though they may have a home plan, that home plan can change very quickly. And without the proper support, knowledge, and drive, that can unravel very quickly for an individual, causing them to be right back where they started. And so having that time while they're inside where they have ability to focus on that planning their change is really strategic in making sure that that change does happen once they're released.
Sure. And it also sounds like it provides a bit of support and girding to give you some training wheels, so to speak, or some duck legs a little bit before you're out there just trying to figure it all out for
And
yourself.
building trust also. It also builds that trust into seeing who we are and knowing that we're going to do what we say we're going to do.
That's key. And you talk about the partners and that you coordinate with them. Let's talk about some of the people that are doing the work. How do you even create these partnerships and help people understand that critical role that they play for the folks that are looking for the help or need the help, but also that they're in tune with some of what those important and special needs and areas to address are, so that that trust can be established and people can do their best.
Well, fortunately, some of our partners are required to participate with us due to the nature of a lot of programs are grant-written programs. A lot of programs are federally funded. And so almost every federally funded program comes with a workforce piece. And we are the workforce system of St. Louis. And so that part is really easy, but really identifying the gems of programs that are sustainable and thriving in our community, that helps too. And we cultivate those by participating in community events, hosting job fairs, and having conversations, meaningful conversations with different partners and key strategy administrators throughout and government officials as well throughout the city to make sure that we're addressing not only the pieces of the city that need assistance, but the areas of the city
right.
across north, south, central, no matter where individuals come from. We want to make sure we're listening to what's happening in those neighborhoods.
That makes sense. And when you say, that some are required, you're not saying, you got to twist their arm to do it. You're saying that we are making sure that those opportunities exist and that they're provided fairly and that there's access so that we can see some of those successes. Luveta, tell me a little bit more about the folks who are eligible for the program. Do you have to be in certain specification or category, or how does one even take part?
So it starts, as you stated earlier, inside the Justice Center, and we focus on individuals who are prepared to come home in less than 2 years.
Okay.
In less than 2 years. So that way.
So they're already looking out the front
Yes,
door.
they're
Okay,
already.
gotcha.
They're on what they call countdown. Okay, short
Right,
time.
right. Can we-
Yes, yes, and the Justice Center will vet them.
Okay.
And most of them from our pilot program were from either the kitchen services or laundry.
Okay.
They were already like what
Had
we
some-
used to call trustees.
Sure.
And you get to work in the kitchen, you get to work in laundry. They obtain their surf save while they're in there.
Nice.
Get
They're on a
GEDs or
workforce
high SLATE,
Right.
and they're already
That's
on
the
a
pathway.
workforce path.
That's
So they vet them and they decide, and it's voluntary. It's really voluntary. It's no registration or stickler or qualifications. Anyone who wants to come out and change their lives is eligible.
Sure.
And that's how we decide.
That's nice. That's nice. You say anyone who may want to have an opportunity like that and change their lives. So I imagine that's not everybody who wants to. I can't imagine who wouldn't want to, but I'm certain that the reason why you're saying head, heart, and hands is
Yes.
because sometimes that space in between needs to be healed. We talked about healing. How do you incorporate that between your partners so that it's ready to have a loving impact as well as something to progress?
Well, mental health is a really big component of that healing process.
What does that look like?
So we partner heavily with the city health department and our other partner organizations, such as the People's Health Centers, to provide those services once they come out.
Okay.
And we encourage them. The Justice Center actually has mental health services while they're still inside. So that healing process, and sometimes the stigma, there's still stigma around mental health services. So we help make that stigma less and make them not so resistant to accessing those services so that we can help them continue those on the outside.
Sure. Have you had some successes or something you want to brag about, how you've seen it make a difference?
Absolutely. Our pilot program last year, we went inside. We did a 10-week program.
Okay.
We had 21 to graduate. 11 of those that were released came to us. They made us hold to our word. And 9 out of that 11 are still employed.
Whoa.
Yes,
Those are
and
good
on their way to
numbers.
stable,
For sure.
a life, a true second chance.
I love that.
And it was very
Which means that they
rewarding.
did take part in and found all the things that you said you would do.
Yes.
That you did. They'd be great testimonials for the ones to break that stigma. And I'm so glad you were able to share that with us.
Yes.
How can we be a support in community? And we're glad that you're even here to share that with us.
Yes, well, just get the word out that SLATE is, if you're looking, to take a risk,
Okay.
take a second chance with SLATE, because we are here. Reentry it's my baby, it's my pet peeve, and I love helping. I've had firsthand experience, so I know what they're going through. I know the struggle. I know how it is when you get out and you have no plan and no purpose.
Right.
And that's what we're here for.
That's right. No one wants to feel like that.
No.
And you all are helping them know
Yes.
that there's help, hope, and
Yes.
support there.
There
From the
is.
head, heart to the hands.
Yes, there it is.
I love it. Thank you both. Thank you both.
you.
Well, this is what workforce development looks like at its best. Meeting people where they are and walking with them toward where they're going. The Prison to Prosperity program reminds us that with the right support, structure, and belief, people don't just re-enter society, they rise within it. If you or someone you know is looking for resource training or a fresh start, connect with SLATE, Missouri Job Center, and take that next step. Don't wait. Call SLATE at 314-589-8000 to learn more about career opportunities. I'm Jade Harrell, and this is SLATE, the force behind St. Louis's workforce. We'll see you next time.